Hello everyone, I am Asha Bis. Today I welcome you all in class 8th Geography, the second chapter Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resources. Today we'll be discussing the third part of this chapter. Before this, we discussed two natural resources that were the soil and land. In those videos, we studied about these natural resources, their uses, as well as how to conserve these resources. Today, we'll be taking the third natural resource, that is the water. So, let's begin. Water is an important renewable natural resource. Water is a basic necessity. Without water, nobody can live alive. 3/4 of the surface of the earth is covered with water, hence it is called water planet. Ocean cover 2/3 of the earth's surface and helps in the growth of plants and animals. There is only 2.7% of fresh water present on earth and 70% of water is in the form of ice sheet and glacier. And out of 2.7% of fresh water, only 1% of fresh water available on earth, that is drinkable or fit for human use. So as we all know that 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water, and out of that 2/3 is saline water. Saline water means a water which is not drinkable. We have very less amount of fresh water in present on our earth. Okay, as we discussed that out of 2.7% fresh water, 70% is in the freezed form like ice and glacier, and only 1% fresh water is available for human use. So by this we can say that out of the total amount of fresh water, very less is fit for we people to use it. Now, fresh water is the most precious substance on earth. Its volume remains constant. It is in the constant motion in the form of water cycle. Like water cycle is a process through which the water recycles again and again. Now let's have a brief look to the recycle process. Basically, students, there are two ways by which clouds are formed. First is the evaporation from oceans or water bodies, and second is transpiration from the plants. Through these processes, the water goes up and condenses along with dust particles and forms cloud. Clouds are forms due to the condensation process. After the formation of clouds, precipitation takes place. That is rainfall or in the form of snow. This is the process through which the water again comes to the earth's surface. Okay, this is the whole process that is known as water cycle. It is a process through which the water again and again recycles and comes on the earth's surface for the human use. Now, uses of water. Humans use huge amount of water for different purposes like drinking, washing, agriculture, industries and generating energy. There are different uses of water. Like first we discussed that human being used water for the daily household things like drinking, washing clothes, washing utensils, cleaning and all. And apart from that, people use water for agricultural purposes also, like the farmers use water for irrigation. Industries also use water to generate energy. Like nowadays, electricity is generated using water. So these are the uses of water. Now, problems of water availability. As we all know that our earth is known as the blue planet due to the water present here, but still nowadays people face shortage of water. Areas facing shortage in fresh water supply, most of Africa, West Asia, South Asia, part of Western USA, Northwest Mexico, parts of South America and entire Australia. These are the regions which are facing water shortage. Now, water shortage may be a result of variation in seasonal or annual precipitation, or the scarcity is caused by overexploitation and contamination of water sources. Water shortage may occur due to the exploitation and contamination of water sources. Now, there are many countries that are facing water scarcity. The countries facing this problem, I have mentioned earlier also the names of those countries. The water shortage varies season to season. Like during rainy season, there won't be a scarcity of water, but during dry months, people might be facing the problem of water scarcity. Precipitation also depends on the monsoon. Like if the monsoon is good, then the annual precipitation will be good and there will be no shortage of water. But if the monsoon is not adequate, then there will be surely a water shortage. Overuse of water, or you can say wastage of water, might also be a reason for the scarcity of water. Then comes the contamination of water source. This is the most important reason for the shortage of water on earth. As we know that we have only 1% of fresh water, but still people pollute water by throwing industrial waste into water bodies, or there are many more reasons through which they pollute water. So these are the reasons or problems of water availability on earth. Now, conservation of water resources. In this, we'll study that how we can save the wastage of water, how can we conserve the resources of water. Water pollution can be controlled by not throwing chemical and industrial waste into water bodies. Nowadays, there are many industries, or you can say most of the industries, those who throw their chemical waste into the water bodies, and through this they pollute the water bodies, which are harmful not only for human beings but also for the marine life. So we can conserve water resources while telling people, the industrialist, to control or to stop the throwing of water in the water resources. Then comes the forest, and other vegetation can also help in controlling washing away of water. Foresting or planting trees can be a useful measure to stop the scarcity of water, as due to the transpiration process, clouds are formed and later in the form of rain, it reaches again to our earth surface. Then comes water harvesting. This can also stop surface runoff. How? Rainwater harvesting is the best idea for the dry seasons, where people can store water during monsoon and later that water can be used for irrigation. Then comes water, then the canals should be properly lined to minimize the seepage of water. Canals should be lined properly to avoid the leakage so that the water can be saved. Now, sprinklers can be used for irrigation to save water from wastage. To water the field, farmers should use sprinklers because it is helpful in controlling the wastage of water, and it also stops the wastage of water. Drip or trickle irrigation can be used in dry regions where there is high rate of evaporation. This type of irrigation system can help in developing the better agricultural regions. Basically, in this method, water is given to the fields drip by drip rather than giving extra water in the fields. It stops wastage of water, and most of the desert areas use this method of irrigation to save water. So these are the measures we can take to conserve the water resources or to save the water from wastage. So this is all for today. Today we have finished the 3 natural resources. Soon we'll meet with another natural resource and the 4th and the final part of this chapter. Till then, take care. Goodbye.